Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Football Manager 2024 and Dorking Wanderers. Right, where we left off yesterday, we had started doing all the player attributes and we had done the top 3 there, the 15-year-olds. I've managed to finish all the rest of them now down to the last player in the senior squad. So starting again here with the under 18s, you can see all the different positions for the players and the totals added up for their player ratings. And the only things I've added which we didn't see in the last episode was I've greyed in a few colours here in grey for players that have got potential to be better than Dorking Wanderers. So Aaron Wilkinson at the moment is on 285 points for a midfield right. Now, a midfield right are hard to find on the game, along with midfield lefts and defence lefts and rights. So he will be a good player to keep. And as you can see there, his potential could rise to 366. And as we look into down the bottom here, this could be potentially a League Two player somewhere around the mid-table mark. So to play for us in the National League is an honour. He could progress to be someone better than what he currently is. And where you can see the purple here, or the mauve, where I've worked out the player estimated values, you can see that their wages in this column, which I expect them to be on, is actually less than their actual wage. So once these players get to 17 years of age, I would like them to maybe loan them out or move them on, because they're never going to be a player that's good enough to play for Dorking Wanderers. So as we move down to the under 21s, just the one to show you here, the under 18, the last one, this next to there in purple is loan out. So he's currently playing for another club, and the one in blue means that's loaned in. As I said before, you can go on the colour chart, everything's there for you. You can see the loaned in explained there, and the purple one for loaned out. And again, we have one player that's most probably better than the club suggests here, which is Mar Everett. Not currently playing a natural position, but certainly has time to be trained into an ML or an MR. He's only 20, and again 368 tells us that he should be playing mid-table in League Two. So even though he's getting a wage here of 600, the maximum I think we could go to would be 740. But at the moment, I would want to leave that. And if anybody came in and thought, yeah, we want to buy this guy, don't worry about what the game has it. Think about what you've got him on at 220,000 estimated. So let's have a look and see what they've got in the game for this. Mar Everett. Put them in order, make it easier to find. I thought that name didn't sound right, but that's the first mistake I've made. I'm sure there's plenty more. Right, so we've got Matt Everett. I thought it was a bit of a weird first name. Matt Everett. Well, they've got him estimated here at between 2 and 18,000, but I've got him more 220,000 bracket. And you can see what they think here. Exciting young prospect who isn't far from the first team level, and they rate him 4.5 stars. So for that to only be 18,000 top whack, then I'm sure there could be clubs looking at him. Right, and then getting back here, as I say, as we go down the list here, we've got players out on loan and a lot of purple on the right hand side where they're getting paid too much from the club. And there's another player there who's looking okay, but we've got him till 2025. And this is Charlie Carter. Charlie Carter, again, he would be good enough to play at League Two level, maybe mid-table again. And the estimated value I've got here is 550,000. His actual wage is 1,000, but I estimate he could go up to about 1,800 with that if we want to keep him at the club. So let's have a look at Charlie Carter. You can see the game there has estimated him between 5,000 and 130,000, but we've got him worth near on 500,000. So he won't be going at stupid prices. And we'll keep going down and down and down until we get to the bottom. This is all the senior players. But the older they get, the more money they seem to be on, and the less money I think they should be on. So this is why you're going to see now a lot of purples on the right hand side, where we're paying too much for these players on a weekly basis. So that's all the players complete. Now what we're going to look at doing now, we're going to go through the goalkeepers, as this is our first position, and we're going to copy and paste the goalkeepers into the goalkeeper tab. So we'll just do one at a time here. And I'll put his name in grey so we don't go and repeat that at some point or make any mistakes. And there's another one there. This is also an under 18 keeper. Moving down to the under 21s, there's another one coming in. This is Josh Wilson. That's our third goalkeeper. Moving further down, now we got one as a senior. This is Harrison Mail. That's goalkeeper number 4. Let's carry on, see if we've got any more we can find. See another one going through there. And that will be, I think looking at it, the last one. And this is Slavomir Huk, a Slovak goalkeeper. We'll just grey him out as well so we know we've done all the goalkeepers. So what do we do next? We put these in order of natural ability. So column V, descending order, largest to smallest. And now we'll see who the best players are at the club. Well, the first 2 goalkeepers are obviously going to be our best 2. So we will put them at the top here as the seniors. Even if you've got an under 18 that was first or second there, you still put them into the senior squad because they are your best 2. And underneath this, the next 2 goalkeepers, and remember that they can physically not be a senior player. If there's a senior player left over, he's not going to be any good for the team, so you're going to want to move him on or loan him. But these 2, we've got an under 18 who's the 3rd best at the club, and an under 21 who's the 4th best at the club. So those 2 can go into there. And then we have one left who is an under 18. So he will be able to go into the under 18 squad. So that's everything done there. But you can also see that 3 of these goalkeepers are highlighted in mauve at the end here because they're on too much wages. And we can see so far that we've spent 820 in wages on these 5 goalkeepers, but we do have a wage budget of 1339, which tells us at the bottom here that we do have £519 left to spend. But going over to the left hand side here, we can see that Josh Wilson is out on loan. Now looking back here, we need to see if he's at a fee or whether he's just been let out on a free. So let's have a look. Click on him into the contract details, and we can see he's been loaned out to Chipstead, and the loan contract is £60 per week. So that's £60 a week. You'll go back here, and where it says player loans, you will put 60. So that actually gives you now £579 to spend on goalkeepers. But you can see that we need to be on somewhere around 341 in natural ability for a goalkeeper to be playing at this club. But you can see the top one we've got here, as in Harrison Mail, is only 316, with the second best at 303. And the other 3 are not there at all. We do have a couple, I suppose. 343 Harrison Mail could get up to the standard we need, and also going into the under 21s, we've got an under 18 player in there of Mohamed Adel, and he possibly can get up to 340, but these 2 are both potential. So what have we got to do? We've got to start looking for goalkeepers, but we are going to look for players on a free. We're not going to buy anybody. We don't have the money to buy people. So the budget we've got left on wages is 579, and looking at the state of it there at the moment, these 2 here, well, not him because he's only 16 and you can't put players on loan till they're 17, but this guy here is on loan, so we need to fill that gap, and we need to fill another gap here, and we also need a decent goalkeeper if we can find one. So that 579 will be taken up on wages on those players. So Harrison Mail at the end here, again, £450 a week we're paying for him. Maybe he should be on 390. So if we can clear him out, it will be a good start. And we'll see how it goes from there. But we won't do the transfers till the next episode. But what I want to do is continue putting the players in their correct positions. I'll show you now the DLs, and then I will fill the rest in instead of boring you with the rest of it. So we'll do the DL. That's the first one we found, which is in the under 18s. And we do prefer to use the natural ability rather than this one here. He could end up playing there, but we won't be putting him in there straight away. He will go to the DRs when I get round to that. Now we've got another 2 here. He will have to go to the DL because he doesn't have another position that he can play. So there's another 2 that have been added. And also, when you get one here where they play 2 positions, as long as one of them is a central position, you can use him for DL. Because we're normally overrun with positions in central defence, central midfield and strikers anyway. So that's the 50 here. We seem to be overrun with these already, and we haven't even come out of the under 18s. Moving down into the under 21s, there's another couple here as well. Then we'll move further down into the senior players. Found another one here, Bobby Joe Taylor. Let's see, as we go down to the older ones at the club, we found Callum Kennedy, and this will be the last one. So quite a lot to choose from. This is an unusual amount for most clubs for a DL. So again, we put them in natural order. Column V, and we'll see that our first two highest will be the two senior players, which will fit there. And we do really want players of 350 points on the natural side of things. And again, these two at the top, they're 329 and 312. We will be looking to buy players for that position. Then it just so has it that the next two are both under 21 players, so they will fit into the under 21. And that's them done. And the next two, but this one here, Wes Jackson, at present has only got 215 points rating because he's only an accomplished player in that position. Whereas the player underneath, Graham Burns, is on 224 and plays natural. So he will be ahead of Wes Jackson. So we'll add the top one in. And the third one in. And then delete those two from under here. Right, so that's the DLs done. And as you can see, we have three outside of the squad positions, which are Wes Jackson, Michael Sinclair and Ty Murner. To be honest, these aren't going to be great enough anyway for the squad. So we will be looking to loan these out when they get to 17, because any money we get in at a low club like this will help us towards getting somebody else in. And the other ones in mauve at the top here, even though there are top players for those positions, Bobby Joe Taylor and Callum Kennedy, they are under the numbers we need of 350, 329 and 312. They both are too old at 28 and 33, so there's no potential. And also their wages, I estimate, should be 276 for the top player there, and they're on 600. And the next one I've got 56, and they're on 250. So we do need to get rid of those two pretty much straight away. So we will be looking for players in this position. But I'm sure as I go through the whole game, there will be players in every position needed. And then in the next episode, as I say, we'll go then looking for transfer targets. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to complete every other position here. Otherwise, it will take me the best part of another hour to get through it. and we'll come back in the next episode. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.